What's up, fishing friends and family? I'm Zeag, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make these eyes using ultraviolet resin. Let's get started. You'll notice I've finished this side, but I've left this side ready to go. First step is to paint a base color inside of there. I should explain where we're at in the process with these lures. There's no clear coat on this paint yet, so this is just raw paint at the moment. That's the stage we kind of want it to be at. Use the back of a paintbrush and just drip this in so that it completely fills it up and you get sort of a surface tension thing going on in there. That's looking pretty good. Set that off to dry. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. It's okay if you totally mess up, just wipe it off. And now you just want to let that completely dry. I'm using Wicked Aluminum Medium from Createx. You can really get creative with this style of handmade eye. You can put things in there, give it a 3D pupil. You can really go crazy. I'm going to make these fairly simple. And at this point, they're just going to be silver with black dots. But let's add just a little bit more color to these. If you want to get this effect, you want to do this while the paint is still wet in there and basically a big pool. I'm going to add some Pearl Satin Gold from also Createx. For this, I like to use an old piece of leader wire and just get a little bit of my new color. I want to put this near the bottom. And you're just going to let it kind of float into the paint we already had there. Now I want to add a little red at the top. And I'm using Wicked Crimson Createx. And kind of try to make it like a line, like an injury in the eye. That looks pretty good. I'm actually going to leave that right like that. You want to lay them level when they dry, because that's a big pool of paint in there. Now at this point, you want to just let those completely dry. We want full control over the pupil. I don't want it soaking into the paint we have in there. I want it to be right on top, so it's like a new canvas. The base layer of our eyeball is now dry. Now I want to add a pupil, and I'm just going to be putting a black dot. You don't necessarily want them perfectly round. Most fish pupils aren't perfectly round. So if your pupil isn't perfectly round, don't worry, it's going to look natural. Okay, that's it for that. Just let those completely dry. The last step is to take some of your UV resin and do what we've been doing all along. Take your paintbrush and fill that in with UV resin so that it gets a nice big surface tension dome over the hole that you've drilled for the eyeball. Do everything you can to not put too much in. You gotta get just the right amount, and it's a little tricky. That's why I like to use a paintbrush and just dip it in. Eventually you'll achieve a nice dome. Right when you're happy with your dome, hit it with your UV light. I did that for about 30 seconds and it is now set. I'm going to do it to the other one. You can tell this is an easy way to make some very interesting looking eyes. You can put things in there, you can do whatever color you want, you can build up layers. Don't limit yourself to anything, get creative with this. I'd love to hear about it if you've tried this. Let me know in the comments how it went. As always, I hope you're building things. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.